button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
Hello, salutations. What it do? It's not the game where all five of the D-Rag gang know the vibes like subscribe. Let's get it. What's up with Cyrus Gaming? We them boys, Energy Games, Isaiah. What's up, Costello, Jushadel? What up, Defenders? What up, Do-Rag Nation? What up, Luis, Syria Boy, Lucky Ray Gun? Happy weekend, happy Sunday. Thanks for coming out. What's up, Harold? What's up, Cap Tech? Deciding. I decided to hop on because I can't wait till tomorrow. We got the war table tomorrow. Can't wait. What's up, 89? Tuesday we get the DLC. That's right, President. 2 more days to the DLC, 1 more day to the war table. Focusing on COD Vanguard. All good. Did I do all the corrupted Vibranium? I'm saving them for Jane Foster. I've just been trying to get some individual stuff, like mainly Vibranium artifacts. Game started working finally. Had to restart everything. Glad it's working for you. Game coming in a few weeks, a few days, 2 days. What up? How many God roll artifacts I get from this event? None. I got 1 artifact, but it ain't a God roll. They showcase your comment, you trolling the fuzz everyone. I can't wait. I've been playing this, I've been farming this event for a couple of days. This is the only pinpoint Vibranium payload I've gotten so far. This is all I've gotten so far. Far from a God roll, unfortunately. But, you know, better than nothing. Nope, can't do all the events for one hero. You gotta do them as intended. What's up, ability? So since Jane Day, well, it's gonna be Jane Week, but Jane Day starts tomorrow, so I guess I'll play a little bit of Thor. Try to get a pinpoint Vibranium payload with him. See if my luck is any better. Now I already have one with Thor. I have this one with Thor, but I want a better one. I want better stats. I got proficiency and might on this one. I want a better one. I want Valor. I want precision. I think we can do better. You saw something cute. A baby kookaburra. A kookaburra. What? The what? It's a bird. I guess they're pretty cute. All birds look the same to me. Make sure you smash that like button. Helps with the algorithm. More people that like it, the more people that see this video. This Monday, Tuesday gonna be something special. I hope in a good way. You know, Avengers has a history of messing up their DLCs. I hope it's special because of how amazing Jane Foster is, and not because of the spectacular amount of bugs. We'll do unarmed attacks first. Seeing the movie, what, Love and Thunder? I plan on seeing it. I still don't get my tickets though. I usually get advanced tickets by now. I've been dragging my feet. Should you do a new character? Oh yeah, definitely. The only thing I'm not doing is finishing the entire event. I don't want to finish the whole event until Jane comes out. So I can make sure I get some raid gear for her. Yeah, when you finish the whole event, you get one. I think you get one discordant piece for your whole roster. You got 2,000 credits set for a challenge card. Aren't the challenge cards like 4K if you want to max it out with money? What's up, Jen? Oh, you already know. The Boys is peak this year. I'm loving The Boys season 4 so far. Is Moon Knight possible in Marvel's Avengers? To quote a great philosopher of Marvel's Avengers, just because it's possible doesn't mean it's probable. The full quote is, anything is possible, but it doesn't mean it's probable. What happened to the She-Hulk release? Nothing new happened to it. They never revealed her. According to Miller, she got delayed, even though she's done, pretty much, because of Marvel delaying the She-Hulk TV show. But now we know She-Hulk TV show is dropping in August. So that gives us a window for when the DLC comes out. Boys is amazing. I was nervous going into this season of The Boys until, you know, I heard Jensen Ackles was going to be in this season. Then I felt much better. And turned out nothing to worry about. I think this is possibly better than season 1. Legit, I think this might be the best season of The Boys. Obviously, season 2 was awful. But season 2 has been peak. Season 4 has been peak. Season 3. I can't wait for season 4. They already confirmed it. Excited for Jane. Yeah, I want to see the gameplay. Holy, got to defeat 40 enemies with unarmed attacks. All right. What's up, Umbrum? Yeah, I want to see that gameplay for Jane so I know exactly how I'm going to build her and and get an idea of how I'm going to be exploiting her moves. Hope they don't kill Soldier Boy this season. Same. I need more Jensen Ackles. He's low key been carrying. You ready for Invincible? Same. We got both. The first episode, you didn't like the dude running in a man. That was nasty. Didn't watch the boys after that. Yep, boys is not for everyone. If you don't like violence, gore, and sexually explicit material, I recommend the Disney Channel. It's the boys. The boys is not for you. So I think the Mjolnir was split into pieces. Nope. We saw in the story trailer that Jane and Thor have the same hammer. She has the same Mjolnir, just from a different timeline. What we don't know is what the all weapon is going to do. How they're going to handle that. Hope James Intrinsic is broken. Same. I'm gonna be on the lookout for all the cheese for Jane Foster. All the cheese. Can't believe it's only one more day into the war table. Time really flies when there's nothing else going on in the Avengers community. Depending on the options, what would I turn the all weapon into? I have no idea. I have no idea how it's going to work. I've heard conflicting things. When I first heard about the all weapon, it sounded like it was going to be like Hawkeye's ultimate, where she just throws the hammer, where she just throws it. But in the blog, they said it's going to be like inspired from the comic book. So maybe you'll be able to turn it into different weapons to throw or do stuff. Based on the skill tree. I have no idea how they're going to do it. But that's what the war table's for. We'll find out together. There you go. What's up, Romano? You've missed nothing. We're just hanging out. Do I know what time? Nope, they didn't say. That's why I scheduled the stream for 12. They usually really release stuff like this either around 12 or 1. So we're just going to have a watch party. So Derek, I know Derek can't wait for Tuesday, so he can hop in that photo mode with that Thigh Foster skin. Been playing consistently all week. Hyper Jane. Yeah, I'm definitely more interest in the game than usual. How much are the skins for Jane Foster going to be? Same price as all the other skins. Will Jane Foster have dialogue with other heroes? Yep, there shouldn't be an issue with Jane appearing in cutscenes going forward, because the reason why Spider-Man isn't in cutscenes is because he's a PlayStation exclusive. Gonna be in photo mode. Yeah, photo mode going crazy. I wasn't planning on doing any raids today or OLTs. I might do an OLT if I can get this piece that I'm looking for. I'll run it out. I'll test it out in OLT. I guess it's going to depend on my luck. The cosmetic sale ends on Tuesday. Hate the combo in there. Yeah, those can be annoying, because you gotta kill them right on the combo, right on the finisher. If they die during the combo, then you're out of luck. Look, I'm gonna keep this one. That's nice. It's a nice piece. I'm looking for this. With different stats. I want Valor and Precision. Yeah, the best skin to a lot of people is the iconic skin that Crystal Dynamics made themselves, and that one's free. So if that was the main skin you wanted from Jane, you're in luck. Arguably her best skin is free, but I know what skin a lot of you guys are going for. How am I staying in overcharge so long? Warrior's Fury. It's not even really overcharge. I'm just in Warrior's Fury. Gamma's not good on Thor unless you have a good build. Yeah, when it comes to Thor, you in general want to avoid using gear that has a negative stats effect on it, like Gamma, because it clashes with the fact that Thor naturally can do like shock. I gotta defeat pinned enemies. That won't be a problem. Y'all still simping for Jane and She-Hulk, as they should be. We have Gentlemen of Culture. Oh, gotta pin him on this side. You wanna pair Thor with positive elements. So for my range piece, I have Cosmic, because Cosmic is a positive status. And then on my then I have that minor artifact that does a Vibranium payload. Vibranium payload is also a positive. If you wanna have like a melee Thor, then you want to have like Vibranium on his signature and power attacks, or something like it. Cosmic, Pim, Plasma, all these are positive. Think the skin is good enough? Might buy the MC skin. I know every skin they showed in the blog is a must-have. So the iconic, for me, the iconic one is free. I don't know where the Mighty, the Thordis, and the Valkyrie are going to be, but those are must cops for me. See, am I making progress on this? Yep, defeat pinned enemies. Just gotta do 3 more. Outriders update in a few days. I know that's tough. That is tough. I pre-ordered the Outriders World Slayer expansion. It comes out on Tuesday, but Tuesday is Jane Foster Day, so I can't play World Slayer on Tuesday because I'm gonna be playing Jane Foster. Outriders is definitely not trash. not by any stretch of the imagination. I can understand like when Outriders first launch. Definitely not now. All right, let's create this backup save. Do I have a new Thor build or the same one? Same one. The only thing I slightly change is the slot 4 heroic piece. I got the Warrior's Fury piece on there. You wouldn't even play Outriders if it was free. So you've never played Outriders? You've just admitted that you've never played Outriders. So then your opinion doesn't matter. Like, oh, glad we cleared that up. You've never played it. Your opinion doesn't matter. One thing you don't understand, why does that Black Panther Ultimate heroic barely no damage? Black Panther's ultimate isn't, well, you gotta build up your Valor, obviously, but Black Panther's ultimate is more like a lingering effect rather than a big attack. But obviously for your heroics, you gotta have a lot of Valor, especially with Black Panther. You gotta have a lot of Valor before you see any difference. Outriders is a good game. It's a very good game, and it's getting a pretty crazy expansion. Let me see. I don't want to overdo it. Let's see. Use her heroic attacks while airborne. It's 19. That's 20. What's up, Neva? Why are you calling a game you never played before bad? That is a curious choice. I thought you played it and didn't like it. If you've never played it before, like why do you have an opinion on it? That's you haven't played Avengers in a while? You're talking about Avengers, or how long is a while? Why is the Black Panther expansion battle so hard? Is it? I thought it was pretty easy. Once you well, if you're using Black Panther and you don't have good gear, it's annoying. If you use literally any other character, it's easy as hell. Like if you replay the final battle with like Thor, you just walk right through it. But if your Black Panther is like just from if you only have gear from just playing the story, then you might have to struggle a little bit. You just have to pay attention to the mechanics. 33. All right. That's 40. Do you think there will be a story of Jane? They already confirmed Jane is just a hero event. It's just a hero event. So that's 48. That should be fine. What did it do, Genius Button? How am I still able to play this game? It's the same thing all the time. Same reason you're able to come in here and ask how I'm able to play this game. A strong will. And a desire to do it. You've been stuck at 90% comics for months. I got to 100% comics and I wasn't even paying attention to how I got to 100%. I just one day turned on the game and I was at 100%. I was like, After Jane, the real story goes down, the end of AIM. Finally, yeah. Can't wait for Cloning Labs. Not just because it's new content, but because we can finally move on from AIM and get into Ultron. It'll be crazy to love Avengers and actually see Cloning Labs. I don't right. Cloning Labs after all these years. We're finally getting Cloning Labs. Will Dot the Gamer. You think back in action step 8 is broken? None of the missions are counting. So I think they might add a crafting system one day. No, actually. After talking, I've talked to Alex about it. I've heard him explain his view on crafting. The main reason why he's not thinking about crafting right now is because the UI for this game is like a mess, and he's still got a bunch of stuff he has to fix and clean up. But it doesn't sound like he is that keen on it to begin with. At least what it do, Laajune? He's definitely not keen on a reroll. So I don't know. When are we getting emote will? Now that's the real question. When's that emote will coming? Definitely go support Laajune, my guy. What am I farming for? Same thing I'm always farming for when I'm in a position to get raid gear. Pinpoint Vibranium payload minor artifact. One of the rarest pieces of gear in the entire game. Because the RNG sucks. Alex out here trying to clean the mess of the first team. Literally, I believe he actually described the old code when he took over as written in stone tablet. he's had to clean up a lot of stuff. It's not even about cutting the grind. It's like literally, like the UI is so fundamentally broken. like it wouldn't actually work if he tried. It would like break 10 different things if he tried to add a reroll right now. I want pinpoint with Valor and precision. I already have one with precision, proficiency, and might. I want Valor and precision. Valor, precision, proficiency. I'll be good with that. Or resilience. What's up, New Draft Animations? Appreciate you. What's up, Tony Sharp? Your husband Aqua's not here yet. You've been out of the loop. What's Cloning Labs about? Cloning Labs was the first Omega level threat. It was supposed to come out in September 2020. It was the first big end game mission, and you would go in, and depending on how well you did, you would fight 4 abominations at the end. There was some. It was more like a dungeon if you played other games. You know, a lot of floors, a lot of enemies, a couple puzzles, and then a final boss at the end. And then that got delayed indefinitely, and now they've reworked it. So MODOK is going to be the final boss, and you have to be 175 in order to play it. Appreciate you, Triple X. You got lucky with Widow. You got pinpoint vibe with precision and Valor intensity. Laajune didn't get lucky. Crystal Dynamics sent it to him. What Laajune doesn't tell you is that he doesn't get lucky with his gear drops. He's in the Illuminati. Crystal Dynamics literally sends him gear. They send him loot packs. They send him loot crates with god rolls. Whenever a new event or gear set drops, they send Laajune loot crates. What's up, Black King? That's how he gets all his god rolls. Elqua, he got distracted, got to a bark competition with that dog he has a crush on. You? Someone says something about the game instantly get hated for. So I would say it was a UI Jane joke. You got the guy rolls for the elite raid yet? I bet Laajune hiding them. he's like, I ain't got the guy roll. Unless they haven't been sending you them packs since Andy left. Was Andy the one sending you them god roll loot packs? Now Andy's gone. Laajune gotta farm the old fashioned way. The Lacrete. Lacrete. Yeah, people. It was so funny seeing how people are like missing Andy now. Like when Andy was here, people were like mad. We're like Andy's the worst. He's terrible. Now when Andy leaves and everything falls apart, they're like, no, we need you, Andy. Come back. Had no idea. People had no idea how much Andy was doing behind the scenes. He was by no means perfect, but my man was literally carrying the entire communications department for Avengers on his back, getting no sleep. No, I miss Phil. I miss Phil. I miss the combination of Phil and Andy. I miss their dev streams. Like even on Andy's last day, certain people from a certain content creators community were talking trash about Andy and the people who were wishing him well. Like even on his last day, they couldn't just be chill. Worst bulwark. People definitely need to touch grass. Now see, these are the stats I want on the bulwark, just not these terrible perks. What was his job at CD? He was technically the community manager, but he carried the entire department. What's Andy's Twitter? Stromslinger. He's currently the community manager over at Capcom. So if you look up Street Fighter 6, you'll probably see Andy tweets too. Phil said the wildest things. Phil was hilarious. Get them bots. I don't have to do anything to the bots. Nightbot's doing all the work. I'm just chilling. Sounds like Cryo. You would think it was Cryo. It was not. Did they ever find a new community manager? I hear they did. I haven't found out who it is, if they did. I just saw that the job listing that they had for community manager was taken down recently. So I'm guessing that means they found somebody. But I don't know. Eddie living his best life. Absolutely. He's well rested. He's on top of it. He's not messing up with a Street Fighter 6. He's just enjoying himself. But use the bots to destroy bots. That's the best way to destroy bots. Am I more excited for Jane Foster or Cake Foster? Yes. That's my answer to that, Jazzy Butters. Yes. Is there really a difference? Cake Foster is Jay Foster. Cake Foster for the win. Did I just say Jay Foster? I said Cake Foster. In response to Jazzy Butters' question. I am Sadot from Fortnite. The world's greatest Fortnite player. I'm definitely looking forward to the Thigh Foster skin. Hashtag Jiggly Jane. But I'm more excited about the actual gameplay. You know, I'll save the photo mode stuff for the simps. But I want to actually see the gameplay. Am I coming back to Fortnite? I'm never coming back to Fortnite. Unless they do Jujutsu Kaisen skins, then I'll consider it. I'll go in here because he's on his Donnie Jones account. He might be apologizing to his girl. He's supposed to hang out with her. But he set aside the day to play Marvel's Avengers instead with a casual. And then he ended up not even be able to play because he couldn't download in time. Aqua gets Vaden's allegedly. It could be a body pillow. You know, we've not seen any evidence, but he says it's his girl, so we're going with that. Thoughtbot smells the Simpson here. Absolutely. These bots are crazy on YouTube. Yeah, Laajune don't have to deal with that on Twitch. I think that's the trade-off with Twitch and YouTube. On YouTube, you gotta deal with thoughtbots. On Twitch, you gotta deal with hate raids. So there's always a trade-off. Nightbot deletes them. I hide them from the channel, but they always come back. Once you go Fortnite, you can't go back. I actually did go back. Fortnite is uninstalled. Ain't no Fortnite here. What's up, Obi? Can wait for Tuesday. Traversal bug fix. Jane would be dope. Oh yeah, that bug fix. Do I have a pyro build for Outriders? I do, but I don't like it. I haven't played. It got kind of nuked by a patch. I have a bunch of pyro gear. I just haven't put it together for a new build yet. I've mainly been fine-tuning my Technomancer. Spent money on Fortnite. Glad you got your refunds. I've still to this day not spent a single dime on Fortnite. I haven't spent any money at all. Fortnite is for babies. Facts. Got another Bork. Scammer. Gamma. You like Fortnite? I can't do Fortnite. That was a Fortnite show. Loves it so much. I've deleted it. I've not spent any money on it. I can walk away from Fortnite anytime because it does not appeal to me. After a certain amount of time, I get very bored playing Fortnite. Like if I don't have people people that I can have fun with, just talking trash and everything like that, I can't do it. Like I could never play Fortnite by myself. I get extremely bored like after 1 or 2 matches. I need to meme it up. We need tank dot Facts. Am I going to start an Apex Legends career? Never. Skins in Fortnite cost 2k V-Bucks. Some cost 1k V-Bucks. Imagine spending V-Bucks. Imagine buying V-Bucks. I got you hooked on Fortnite? Never. I did no such thing. I've been telling people, don't play Fortnite. Are we getting Avengers gameplay for Jane tomorrow? That is correct. Imagine spending 1 or 2 games of Fortnite. You just look at the video, log off. Why even look at the menu when you can just play another game? What time? There's no time. They have not told us what time. We're just going to have a watch party and wait for it to go live. People swear Avengers prices are bad. Fort Nutcracker says otherwise. Yeah. So it's not that Fortnite prices are bad. You know, compared to Avengers, is that the quality of the cosmetics. I mean, Fortnite is literally all cosmetics. That's the one thing I can give them. Considering that Fortnite's price quality of cosmetics are light years ahead of Marvel's Avengers, I think the pricing is pretty fair. That's been the issue with Avengers. That's been the main one with the marketplace. It's not that people don't, it's not like most people won't spend money on cosmetics, especially in a Marvel game. It's that the quality of the cosmetics in Marvel's Avengers, even compared to other Marvel games, especially mobile games, and Fortnite, is just kind of a joke. Like, we're praising Avengers right now because they're dropping Jane Foster and they actually have comic accurate skins. Like, comic book accurate skins is considered an accomplishment. And that just kind of speaks to the issue. Like, you don't hear too much about Fortnite when it comes to quality. Laajune buys Sadot Elden Ring so you can laugh when he fights the boss. Slap these boss, bro. Bro, if someone bought me Elden Ring, I would not struggle at all. I would just immediately find the cheese. and just stream myself cheesing my way through Elden Ring. I cheese my way through Elden Ring with a Ultra Instinct Goku build or a Scarlet Witch build. I make all the Elden players mad. You're not playing right. That's not how you play Elden Ring. You're cheesing. Fortnite has easy big alphas, so other games have more details. Because so the only thing people can complain about in terms of Fortnite is like the art style. Like the art, if the art style is not, you know, for you, it's like it's too cartoony. That's one thing, but the quality is just undeniably great. Like even if you just look at the Marvel skins, you know, Marvel's Avengers has Spider-Man, it has Iron Man, but Fortnite, you have No Way Home skins in Fortnite. You can take off your mask. You can with Peter Park with Spider-Man. You can do the Spider-Man point meme. You can do the hug, the group hug from No Way Home. You can go from not having your suit on with Iron Man to putting the full suit on with the emotes. Like the fact that none of that is in Marvel's Avengers is crazy. Elden Ring easy. Elder Snooze. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean Fortnite because I think it's goofy, but I'm not going to deny that their quality of cosmetics is the best on the market and light years ahead of this game. That's why they make That's why they make billions of dollars every year off those skins and emotes. So I think Jane will be a support. Jane, she's big. I mean, she's Thor. So Thor. So you know what is Thor? Thor is a powerhouse character who also offers a bit of support to his teammates via his Warrior's Fury. That's pretty much what Jane's going to be, except we don't know what her support heroic is. But we know she's going to be based on Thor, so the type of character is not going to be very different in terms of functionality within a strike team. We were talking about how raid speedruns could be improved by adding Jane Foster, because she would essentially be replacing a DPS character like Hawkeye or Black Widow, potentially, because she can fly and will presumably do a lot more damage. Fortnite makes money because kids who steal their parents' credit cards. Well, that too. Will Cake Boston make you morb out? We already morbed out on, what was it, on Thursday? Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday they showed the skins. So everyone morbed out already. Don't worry, one day we'll get another great Marvel game. Insomniac won't let us down, at least. We're waiting for the next great Marvel multiplayer game, I guess. Oh, waste time was soon enough for just one hero. Yeah, like all they need, like they don't need to. obviously do anything drastic in terms of gameplay, but Avengers should definitely have emotes that are suit up emotes. Like, you should definitely have an emote where Iron Man could take off his suit with one touch and put it back on. And they definitely need an emote wheel. Like if they had cosmetics as on the same level as Fortnite, even with all the game's flaws, they would make so much money. Because Marvel fans love this stuff. Fortnite has for She-Hulk. Yep. So many other days that Marvel needs to only be a AAA single player game. Imagine if Avengers was a single player game, it would have died a long time ago. Like, no one, it would be completely out of the news. And people would be complaining that it's not multiplayer. You guys, Suicide Squad is co-op. Yeah, that's another reason I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad. 4 players, looks really good. A lot of enemies. You had Bruce turn into Hulk. Yeah, She-Hulk has that in Fortnite. They could do that in Avengers. You can have Spider-Man take off his mask. At the very least, I don't know why they don't even have the Spider-Man point emote. Is Midnight Suns? Yeah, I believe Midnight Suns is single player, yeah. Sub emote for She-Hulk, Widow, and Kate Foster. Heck, they should have like that. This is something that I pitched the devs, Alex and AJ, on the podcast, and it's definitely something they should do. But I was saying, like, they're not taking advantage of the marketplace enough. And one of the things I suggested is that they should have custom landings that you can buy in the marketplace for the Quinjet. Like, when you're loading in a mission, like you're loading up a mission, and everyone jumps out the Quinjet, they have pretty much, the same set of animations that you can't choose. Like wouldn't it be dope if you can get a custom Quinjet landing for Hulk, where he's in the Quinjet as Bruce. He takes off his glasses and jumps out, and then he turns into the Hulk and smashes down on the ground. Like, that would be insane. they'd be like relatively cheap, like 200 credits, 200, 300 credits for a custom Quinjet landing. Like, I would definitely pay 200 credits for a Hulk for Bruce Banner to jump out the Quinjet and turn into the Hulk. Like, that would be fire. Yeah, with the Quinjet landings, it's a waste of time. John Smith with another bad take. He's stacking them up. He's stacking up the bad takes. When She-Hulk comes out, they have a big dilemma: green cake, mighty cake, or cake bishop. I mean, that doesn't sound like much of a dilemma. Based on what we've seen from Jane, and based on what I'm guessing we'll see from She-Hulk. You love a option you can switch characters while playing solo. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool for solo players. The bad takes. I mean, the Quinjet landing is there because they have to have loading. You have to load. They have to load the game while you're starting the mission. So while you're loading, they're giving you something interesting to look at. They have to load regardless. This isn't a true PS5 game where you hit the start mission button and all of a sudden you're on the map. So they're like, okay, well, if we have to have loading here, we'll do this, cool custom we'll do these landings. The alternative is to have a black screen. like that's a bad take. The way my suggestion was monetize it, make it cooler since it's something that literally has to exist for the way this game functions. So make it cooler and also monetize it so everybody wins. It's an illusion to annoy the player. Uh-oh, John's got his tinfoil hat on. I think John's been watching too much Alex Jones. I think John's never played a live service game before with maps. every good live service game. like live service games don't do this. $14 loading screen. Notice now because he knows he sounds silly. He's saying $14 loading screen when I literally said 200 credits for custom landing. Now he has to make stuff up because he knows he has no argument now. Now he's making stuff up. No one said $14 loading screens. I said 200 $2 custom loading screen. In Fortnite, you drop into the map from the blimp, and you have custom cosmetics. Those are parachutes essentially. You have parachutes that are custom. You can get in the marketplace, and you can use them to drop down into the map. That's in Dauntless. There's a similar thing. When you load into a map, they drop you out of a Quinjet type of craft, and you can buy custom emotes for your landing. They literally just cost a few bucks. They look cool, and people like it. Like these live service type of games, these open world games, they all have stuff where you're loading into the map. Avengers is the only one that isn't monetizing it. Yeah, 95% sure John is a Kyle sleeper agent. It might be. For finishers, for takedowns, you mean they want $5? Okay, and for takedowns, Destiny wants $8. So what are we talking about? Yeah, takedowns in Avengers are $6, except when they're on sale, when they're $3. Takedowns in Destiny 2 are $8. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Everybody is monetizing. Every live service game is monetizing their player base efficiently, except Avengers. My point is that if you're going to do it anyway, if you're going to have the live service game, if you're going to have the monetization, do it efficiently. That's all I'm saying. You need the marketplace because all your DLCs are free. So you need more ways to monetize. So why not monetize efficiently like other live service games are doing? Try the space shot drop zone. Try it out. Will the community be satisfied that every kind of drop is not free while we're just going to take down emails are free? I don't know, but I know they wouldn't be able to do that because content doesn't come out frequently enough for them to justify making all the marketplace items free and only charging for DLCs. Then DLCs would be super expensive. Remember, you guys don't have to pay for them. Exactly. I'm talking about ways to improve this game's profitability because it is a live service game. They are giving away their DLCs for free. They need to make money from the marketplace more so than other games. So I'm just offering suggestions on how they can do that in a better way. If you don't like monetization in gaming in general, or you don't want to pay for anything in this game, then that's fine. You don't have to, but it's not about you. It's about the people who want to see the game continue. And in order for that to happen, they have to get better at in the marketplace. Like this is a live service game that does not properly monetize like other live service games. That's all I'm saying. They would make way more money if they implemented some of these other things. What's up, Silent Spider? Other day was spam a dub, imagine. If you dislike or hate this game, why play? Doesn't make sense. I'm guessing for the attention. That's the only thing I think of. WGRP. Other live service games make more content. Oh yeah, definitely. Live service games that have been around for years and have had the chance to fix everything and get it right. Destiny 1 was terrible for a long time. And then they figured it out and then took everything they learned and moved it on to Destiny 2. Fortnite has been around for literally years. They've accumulated billions of dollars. They have a massive development team. So yeah, and even Fortnite literally is still just skins. That's the bulk of their content. Avengers hasn't even been out for 2 years yet. So I'm just talking about ways where they can make the game better, make more money, so that they can take that and apply it to the development costs. They should sell characters, not loading screens. So do you think Destiny should stop selling gliders? I'm just curious. Should Destiny, should Dauntless, should they not sell? Should they not sell those? Just want to clarify. They should not sell anything like that, right? Fortnite, Dauntless, they shouldn't sell those, right? What's up, Mr. Clean Kids? I'm trying to understand John's argument. I'm saying this is a thing that other games do, and they make money off of it. Avengers should consider it because they have a similar function in this game. And you're like, no, they should sell characters. Okay. No, they should go back on their promise and sell characters instead. You saying Destiny should stop selling ships when they make tons off them? I guess so. They should sell elevator skins. That's why he's not answering my question. Because he doesn't have an argument. Like I understand that some people don't want to spend money on cosmetics. I'm just offering suggestions on how Avengers can improve their marketplace and make more money without going back on their promise and start selling DLC characters. That's what I'm doing. I think Gotham Knights will survive. Survive what? It's not out yet. It's not out till October. I think it's a bit early to talk about the survival of Gotham Knights. Let's see some gameplay. Let's see some more gameplay from Gotham Knights. Let's see how they sell that first week. They can't sell DLC characters because the game flop. They can't sell DLC characters because they literally said they're not going to sell DLC characters. The game sold 4 million. Imagine saying a game that sold 4 million in its first month and was in the top 10 best-selling games the entire year as a flop. Like, imagine. Imagine. They could have made bank if they knew what they were doing. You're literally telling them, John, what are you arguing right now? You're literally saying they shouldn't make bank. My argument is they should be making more money. These are some ways they can make more money. And your argument is, no, they should not make more money. They should not do anything that should make them more money. Look. Like, also, they're flopped. They're not making money. Like, make up your mind, bro. Pick a lane. Do you want the game to make money or not? I'm confused by your position here. No new characters, no new villain, update content. You mean no new characters? You mean what game are you talking about? All I'm saying was that if they improved the marketplace, they would make a lot more money. Gotham Knights? What do you mean no new characters? Gotham Knights pretty much is what it is. It's a open world co-op game. You have 4 characters. You explore Gotham. You do the story. But it's also a looter. I mean, there's not much to it. We basically know what the game is at this point. You heard we wasn't getting anything. You mean additional DLC content? I have no idea. Ex-Professor, appreciate that. Welcome to your game. I mean, Arkham games usually always have DLCs. So I've not heard anything official from Warner Brothers. So unless you hear it directly from Eidos Montreal or Warner Brothers, I wouldn't take that seriously. And even then, they'll still probably do a DLC. You know, Outriders, people thought wasn't going to have DLCs or anything. They were like, "Oh, it's not a live service game. The game is what it is." And then the game ended up getting constant updates, and now they're about to drop an expansion. Hero events are the way to go for the game. Do the character expansions with major characters that has impact on the story. Well, that's what the devs were already apparently talking about. When they had the secret meeting, they were talking about they were going to go away from operations. And they were going to instead going to focus on getting heroes out quickly and multiplayer villain content. Spider-Man 2 comes out in 2023. People dropping bags if they release their favorite character. I mean, people always are talking about that. That doesn't mean anything. We're aware that everybody wants their favorite character or whatever character happens to be on Disney Plus during this month. But they said they aren't going to. Charge for characters. Ain't no one dropping bags on loaded screens. Who said anything about dropping bags on loaded screens? Also, literally, people said it was a good idea. So, I'm sorry that no one agrees with you, John. But it must be lonely. But people literally said it was a good idea, and that they would get them if they weren't too cheap. So, what are we talking about here? You already lost that argument. So why do you keep bringing it back? No one said custom landings were going to make them a mountain of cash compared to dropping a new character. It's irrelevant. I'm just literally talking about different things they can add to the marketplace without pissing people off and start charging for characters. Loading screens for L Station 4. You realize I'm playing on PlayStation 5 right now. What does that say? What does that say, John? Loading profile. I'm on PlayStation 5, John. What are you talking about? We're literally loading in 2 missions on the PlayStation 5 version of the game. What are you even arguing? What's up, Oscar? You missed anything crazy? Just people in chat taking L's. It's literally loading, John. Oh, look at this. Look at this, John. PlayStation 5 literally still loading into Quinjet. What's up, Devon Chat? Like, what are you even on? I have no idea what John's smoking, but I don't want any part of it. He clearly does not have the PS5 version of this game. That loading screen is illusion. It's an illusion. What does that even mean, John? What does that mean? It's an illusion. John was partying with you last night, so he's a little drunk. I guess. What's up, Ryan? Appreciate that sub. Sub Zazer gave it. It's the thing that we see is happening is an illusion. They're trying to troll distract from himself. That's a classic troll move. They take a huge L and then they just start trolling to try to distract people from the huge L they just took. How he's still drunk. He must have had some absinthe. He must have had something strong. Hyperion Avengers, he never knew he was part of the team. He always affiliated with the Squadron Supreme. Hyperion? I don't know. They are we don't know exactly what the mindset is. I mean, we have some idea. Like, Alex has a different philosophy when it comes to adding games, when it comes to adding new characters. John on that Betty White. But he's not in charge of adding new characters. If you look at the characters they chose, we can piece together that going forward, they're very much looking at the MCU. And which characters are prominent in the MCU, which characters are about to be in the MCU. So I think it'd be much more likely that we're going to see Scarlet Witch, Black Knight, Doctor Strange in coming to Marvel's Avengers rather than someone like Hyperion or Sentry or, Wolverine. Captain Marvel, that's going to be a big one. Lot of Captain Marvel fans. That's gonna drop. I'm sure John is going to complain about that too when Captain Marvel comes out somehow. You're going to have literally mobs of people coming back just to play Captain Marvel in the Kree expansion, and John's going to somehow try to argue that actually Captain Marvel isn't popular and people don't want Captain Marvel. Nothing to add. Iron Man. They should add Iron Man. I don't know how they didn't have Iron Man in Marvel's Avengers all this time. Why people hate so hard in this game? Because they need purpose. This gives them purpose. Who asked for Captain Marvel? Literally thousands of fans. Literally thousands of fans. Every single day when I see people ask for characters in Marvel's Avengers, and without question, the most mentioned names are Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel. Like, and it's not even close. People ask for Captain Marvel every single day. Captain Marvel, Ghost Rider, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, War Machine. Everyone's asking. By everyone, you mean some people. outside of casual Avenger, most people are asking for Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Captain Marvel. People always want OP characters. Captain Marvel. Are you saying Captain Marvel isn't OP? Read a comic book. Please. John trolling at this point, ain't no way he said who asked for. He's definitely trolling. Like he's come to the conclusion that he's taken so many L's that there's no recovery. People love Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is very popular. There are people who don't like MCU Captain Marvel. That's a different thing. There are also people who love MCU Captain Marvel. But Captain Marvel was popular before the MCU. Everyone at some point in Marvel has been OP, pretty much. Like, imagine saying one of the most powerful characters, in Marvel isn't powerful. Like, people just be saying anything in this community. Everyone, first of all, everyone in Marvel at some point has had some kind of cosmic power up, some OP run. Everyone's OP at some point. Captain Marvel. People be freestyling facts, bro. People be going off the dome. Never read a comic book. Never even read a Wikipedia, and they're experts. like imagine. Yeah, I understand if you're talking about the MCU Captain Marvel. There are people definitely saying, yeah, she's mid or whatever. But I mean, that's only if you only ever see the MCU and are just mad that Brie Larson is playing her. But I don't understand. This man really sat here and typed who asked for Captain Marvel, as if people literally aren't spamming that every day in the chat. MCU is big mid. Definitely phase 4. What's up, Digital Variable? MCU Captain Marvel was even mad she trash. Yeah, Captain Marvel movie, definitely mid. Captain Marvel, the character, the comic book character, definitely not. That's why people who know about Marvel based off the MCU, not comics, miss out on so much about a character. Absolutely. How's the MCU mid? Because Phase 4 is full of mid projects. Phase 4 has been full of mid. Phase 4 has been hella mid. MCU Disney Plus mid, the movies mid. Your parents like it though. WandaVision mid, Falcon and Winter Soldier mid, Hawkeye awful, Moon Knight mid, Black Widow awful.
Screw the rules, I have money.
Digital Variable, appreciate that 10. New Zealand, watching your videos and smashing that like button is your purpose. Glorious purpose. as Loki, star of another mid Disney Plus show this year, said. Glorious purpose. Miss Marvel is one of the best shows on Disney Plus so far, and it's still mid. Stop blaming the pandemic for what? Stop blaming the thing that shut down the entire world, caused people to dramatically change their workplace and workflow. Stop blaming it for what? Moon Knight wasn't mid. Moon Knight was definitely mid. WandaVision was mid. Moon Knight was mid. WandaVision started out really interesting. It just fell off massively at the end. Comic book version. Yeah, the House of M comic storyline was way better. We can blame what it's a free country. I mean, depends on what country you live in. Every country ain't free. When you guys say mid, please explain. Yeah. For those that don't know, when we say mid, we're saying mediocre. We're saying mediocre product. Am I going to play Midnight Suns or no? Maybe. Some countries still living in a stone age. Very much so. Our superhero companies, the worst hero shows and movies. They get outdone by Invincible and The Boys. I mean, it's really not rocket science. But Disney just doesn't learn. You pick a product, you take a project, you hire people that are passionate and capable and talented, you give them money, and you let them do their thing. It's really not that complicated. Like Disney, your own Marvel, you have all these stories. It's not that complicated. Hire people that are good and passionate about Marvel, give them a lot of money, and get out of the way. It's really not that complicated, but they insist on making it complicated. This is why you'll buy their mid-tier movies. Yeah, look, we're seeing this play out with Star Wars. It's really not complicated. You want to make a show about Obi-Wan and his time before New Hope. Okay, you have lore you can base off of. You have comic runs. You have the original actors from the prequels that want to do it. It's not hard. Hire people that are passionate about Star Wars, that are familiar with the lore, that know how to make a good show, give them money, and get out of the way. But they can't do it. They can't do it. They can't help themselves. They can just start an OnlyFans. Oh, honestly, I'm surprised Mr. Clean Kids doesn't already have an OnlyFans. The kind of life you lead. Disney will have to punch your talent jokes. I'm curious how R-rated Deadpool is going to be. Because they still said they're going to make Deadpool R-rated. But I need to see it for myself. That's why Josh Sheldon turned Justice League to what is trying to be kid friendly like Marvel Disney. Why DC sees where it's at. I mean, the DC Extended Universe is a mess right now, but hopefully Black Adam is good. Deadpool 3, yeah, they're doing. Disney's already confirmed they're doing a Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds, and it's going to be R-rated. But they didn't let him keep the writers from Deadpool 1 and 2. He had to get new writers. I think the writer is this woman from Bob's Burgers. Stop by her OnlyFans facts. Obi-Wan was good until the last 2 episodes. Obi-Wan wasn't good, including the last 2 episodes. Obi-Wan was terrible. Obi-Wan was a terrible show from start to finish. They just threw in Darth Vader, a couple Darth Vader scenes for member berries. Because they were like, oh well, even if the show is completely terrible, we'll have Darth Vader do cool stuff. Sorry to tell you, but the writers for Deadpool 1 and 2 are back writing for Deadpool 3. Did they change? Because they definitely weren't originally. They definitely reported originally that this woman from that someone I think from Bob's Burgers was going to be doing the writing. Was that confirmed recently? That all the same writers are coming back? That cracked Vader helmet. Hey, how people want the whole Flash movie canceled. I mean, I wanted them to cancel the Flash movie even before Ezra Miller went on a rampage, because I knew the Flash movie was going to be terrible. This just adds to it. This is Ezra Miller being a lunatic, just and potentially a pedo and a abductor of women. That just adds to it. Before all that, it was still a terrible. It was a terrible movie. See, Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 will be a fish out of water story. Interesting. Oh, dope. You rather watch Ezra? You rather watch Ezra Miller than Grant Gustin? You rather watch Ezra Miller be the Flash than Grant Gustin? What? Never mind Grant objectively being better. Ezra Miller is literally on a run right now from police for kidnapping a teenage girl. What do you mean? You'd rather watch Ezra Miller? What? Yes, Ezra Miller is literally on the run from police right now. Holy. The hot takes today are getting insane indeed. I always thought Grant Gustin was the better Flash, but the Flash movie, when I saw the trailer for the Flash movie, I'm like, oh, this movie looks terrible. And now Ezra Miller's literally a menace. Ezra is literally the Reverse Flash. they're in trouble. They spent a lot of money on this terrible movie, and now it's too late to release it. Like, if they released it before all the Ezra Miller news dropped, they could have made some money. Now, now they have a problem. It's too late to do an actor swap. The movie's already been shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, if WB releases the WB either has to permanently shelve the Flash movie and just eat the hundreds of millions of dollars, or try to sell it anyway and promote a movie starring a literal criminal who's on the run from the police. Like, they have no good option here. Ezra Miller is the star of the movie. They would literally have to hire a new actor to play the Flash and reshoot the whole movie. Like, they can't. There's nothing they could do. I am looking forward to Black Adam, at least. I think that's going to be solid. I mean, it's The Rock. Every action movie with The Rock is at least entertaining. They might release on HBO Max instead. That's honestly probably the best thing they could do. Just quietly release The Flash on HBO Max. Like, if they release it in theaters, it's going to be a problem. Just quietly put it on HBO Max and move on. The Rock is cringe. Holy! How many bad takes can you have in one? How many bad takes can you possibly have in one day? Holy! John going for the record. Yeah, yes, quietly. Just one day you're scrolling through HBO Max, and all of a sudden you see The Flash, and like, oh wait, I know that movie. Rock at least hasn't done anything wrong. Come on, it's not true. You're just wrong. John is the only cringe one here so far. The Rock is literally a legend. like how is he cringe? He's literally a legend. So this man has no good takes today. Feel bad for Michael Keaton, his superhero actor. I felt bad for them before the Ezra Miller news hit. That movie was going to be bad anyway. Ezra Miller just gave them an excuse. It was going to be terrible. Rock is super cringe lately. Lost his touch. Cap. 100% cap. First Amber Heard, now Ezra Miller. What's next? Apparently John Smith is next. John Smith has fallen from grace. John Smith's terrible takes are a menace. Rock is cringe is a true statement in the Upside Down. in an alternate universe where bad takes are good takes. Are actors getting worse? The younger generation? Not at all. Movies and TV shows have been getting worse, depending on who's producing them. You can argue the writers are getting worse. The actors are just, you know, actors. We're not just the culture and technology has made things, you know, a bit different. So kind of the movie star is kind of been going away. You know, there aren't many left, but you know, they're still great actors. That hasn't changed at all. Hobbs and Shaw was trash. Hobbs and Shaw was 100% a bad movie, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. That's what I'm saying. Who's writing the script? People that haven't lived. You know, part of what makes a good writer is just having good experiences to go off of, not just, you know, having appreciation for the classics, having appreciation for, you know, the writers and projects that came before you, regardless of, you know, how political correct it was. You know, having, you know, actual life experience, you know, not just spending all your time in your bedroom playing Fortnite. Thor, love and cringe. Finally, John with a not terrible take. Potentially, I haven't seen the movie yet, but based on the trailer, I'm preparing myself to be disappointed by Love and Thunder. Shazam 2 and the Batman. But we haven't seen Shazam 2 yet, so I won't get ahead of myself. But the Batman definitely. John go for spam a dub to being a whole L. Imagine. John Smith, Aqua. Don't drag Aqua into this. Aqua has way better takes than John Smith. Thor, Love, and Ragnarok. Thor, Love, and memes. Thor, Love, and Fortnite. Giancarlo Esposito as Mr. Freeze. For the Batman 2. I'm cool with Giancarlo Esposito being a villain in literally anything. Thor, Love, and Thordis, never. Not in the MCU. They ain't showing no thigh in the MCU. What's after Thor, Love, and Cringe? Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Which is December. Got the gamer as a calendar man and Batman 2. I don't know if I could pull off a villain in Batman 2, but if they want to add Nightwing, I'll play Nightwing. I'll play Nightwing in Batman and Batman 2. Watch him being to be Wakanda for never. I hope not. That's terrible. Aren't you looking forward to Shuri and Atlantis? I think we're going to see Ironheart, Riri Williams in there. Might see Doctor Doom make an appearance. It'd be hilarious. Everyone yelling MCU. Start screaming like little girls in Wakanda Forever when Doctor Doom pops up. Oh, it's the MCU. Ah! Oh my God, Doctor Doom. I mean MCU. Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom will be Doctor Savior. There's two. Imagine. Imagine Doctor Doom's a strong black woman. That'd be hysterical. Mrs. Doom, actually. Nurse Doom. Ms. Doom. Huge hot take. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is vid. That is a hot take. That is a huge hot take indeed. Do you have a justification for that hot take, Silent Spider, or are you just throwing it out there to try to take some pressure off of John Smith's L's? What am I grinding for? Pinpoint Vibranium payload. Who asked for an Ironheart series? Twitter stan accounts that don't read comic books. Probably Kevin Feige mostly. Kevin Feige at this point is making the decisions. Her comics do terrible. True. Reba Williams may not have sold well in the comics, but she might do better in the MCU. Well, that didn't work out for Miss Marvel so far, but it'll probably work out better for Ironheart because she looks like Iron Man. They'll be like, "Oh, new Disney Plus show. Is that Iron Man? What? What's this?" An overrated movie is No Way Home. I can see that. It was definitely heavily carried by nostalgia. Going full feminism is good for business. It's pretty much Brothers reply. It's not even about going full feminist. It's like don't put out a mediocre movie or a show and then also market it. Use marketing to accuse anyone that doesn't like your mediocre product of being a bigot. Like, people have no problem, men have no problem supporting strong women. Female leads have been doing very well in video games and movies for years, in comics as well. Anime, like, people have no problem with strong female characters. Is that when you make a show or a movie with female characters front and center, and it's terrible because you didn't care enough to have any good writing on it, don't be surprised then if it doesn't sell well, and then especially when your marketing campaign is basically telling people they have to like it or they're bigots. That's been the issue. It's not the diversity, it's the fact that you market the stuff in a way that makes it obvious that you don't care about diversity. You're just pandering. And then you don't even have the decency to make the thing good. it doesn't help. Like I have no problem with Reva conceptually as a character, but when you market your new show Obi-Wan by focusing on this character that you just made up that no one knows, and you say, oh, by the way, if you don't like this character in the show, you're a racist and you hate women. It's like, well, yeah, your show's not going to do well and people are going to be clowning it because that's not how you market a show. I have no problem with having a Reva type character, but you know, Jedi Fallen Order was an extremely popular game, critically acclaimed, beloved by Star Wars fans, and they told a similar storyline way better. Cal Kestis, instead of being about Obi-Wan, it was about Cal, who's having run-ins with the Inquisitors and the Sisters. And it had Darth Vader in it. It was a way better story, and people had no problem with there being female antagonists because it was a good story. But it was very clear in Obi-Wan that Reva had no purpose in the story. She was just shoehorned in there, and they had no reason to have her there. Like people were hoping that, oh well, by the end of the story, we'll understand why Reva was there. Like it'll all make sense in the end. All the loose ends will be tied up, and they weren't. It was just clear, like, oh, they had no idea. They just wanted to have this black female character so that they can use some outrage marketing to drive interest toward the show by saying, if you don't like this character, you're a racist. It's textbook gaslighting. Like it had nothing. Like people, there are obviously going to be some racists, but isn't it weird how when Giancarlo Esposito was cast in The Mandalorian, there wasn't all this racist backlash? Isn't that weird? When they made a Han Solo movie and they said they were going to have Lando in it with Donald Glover, isn't it weird that all these racist Star Wars fans seemingly weren't here? Isn't it weird how it's only a racist and toxic fan base when you're promoting a movie or show that you know is going to be terrible? Isn't it weird how that happens? Isn't it a coincidence? You don't disrespect us. Simple. Exactly. I don't recall that happening. When John Carlos was casting Mandalorian, I recall people being very excited and generally enjoying his character and his appearance. I don't recall racist backlash to Rosario Dawson. People was hype over Finn before they found out he was a wasted character. Exactly. Like people were asking for Finn to have more screen time, a more prominent role in the story. Yet all Star Wars fans are racist. Like, how's that happen? It's almost like Disney was cynically using race and sexism to distract from the fact that they made a bad show. People were mad that Gordon was black either. It's like, no, it made no difference to the character. Like, yeah, having Gordon black in the Batman literally made no difference. When Zoe Kravitz was cast as Catwoman, I saw no less simping. All the simping was equal. There was way more simping than Anne Hathaway when she was cast as Catwoman for Zoe Kravitz. It's like it doesn't matter. Just hire good people who are talented and give them stuff to work with. Should have saved scum to Kate the scoring gear. You should have. I gave up. I had to take a break from Kate. Ellie is bad too. Exactly. Then should have been the Jedi. That would have been a nice twist. Finn was a clickbait Jedi in the Force Awakens. Like that would have been a nice twist. But instead they just like, nah, we're just not going to use them. Also, we're gonna remove Finn from the poster when we sell this movie in China. But don't worry, Disney, we're over here at Disney. We're all about diversity and inclusion. Unless we're marketing to China, then we're gonna move the black characters from the posters and edit all the gay kissing. Anything gay, we're gonna edit that out of the movie. Any black character, we're gonna remove them from the poster. But don't worry, guys. We're really passionate about diversity and inclusion. You okay? Didn't make it? They literally took him off the poster. They literally took Finn off the damn poster for the China release. They literally took him off. Hello, boys. I'm back. Who knows the reference? You're referencing Independence Day. The Chinese Spy-Verse trailer didn't even show his face. Bro, the Black Panther, remember the Black Panther poster with the Chadwick Boseman with the mask off? For the Chinese poster, they changed the image so that the Black Panther mask was on. So you couldn't see Chadwick's face. That's how racist they are, bro. Come on. I want to hear that. That's why whenever Disney makes these gaslighting posts about how they care about diversity and everything, I just roll my eyes like they don't care. They don't care at all. They care about money. That's all they care. That's all they care about. Who's my favorite character in Marvel? Wolverine. In the MCU, Doctor Strange. Glad they'll show movies of China. Bro, it's so racist over there. You will not believe how racist it is over there. The things you'll read about it. Oh boy. Look it up sometime. How much they don't like black people over there. Holy. They bullied the American Chavez actor for being in the movie that caused multiverse to be banned in certain countries. Oh yeah, because of the her moms. The scene with her two moms that got banned. Yeah, Boys in the Hood in China. They nope. Winter Soldier, as far as I know, is going to be a playable character. You're not going to fight him as a boss. Sorry, AI Matrix. I mean, if you go over to China, I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. You know, stick to the populated areas. But understand, they think you're inferior. They look at you as many people there will look at you as if you're inferior. There were people that were mad on Twitter about America Chavez because they said the actress they got to play her wasn't dark enough. They said she was too light skinned. Oh, if you get arrested in China, it's a wrap. Don't get arrested in China. No matter what race you are, it's a wrap. It's because she looked darker in the comics. They wanted a darker actress. So of course Twitter got mad. But you knew it's Disney. You know they weren't going to have a dark. No, they weren't going to have a brown skinned actress play America Chavez. How do I think the new Predator will be? Mediocre or terrible? Like most Predator movies are. In China, you're guilty until proven innocent. I don't think you are proven innocent in China. If they find you guilty, you're just guilty. My only problem with America Chavez had nothing to do with the actress. It was the terrible writing in the movie. She had nothing to do in the movie. You're only looking forward to the Mandalorian Season 3 and Ahsoka? I'm not looking forward to anything Disney Star Wars. I'll check out Ahsoka because I love a Rosario Dawson, but I am not looking forward to anything they have. The Illuminati is cringe, but the MCU Illuminati, oh, their introduction was definitely cringe. Ghost of Tsushima, love to see it. Oh yeah, classic. My favorite game of all time. The Rise of Skywalker literally wrote Star Wars for you. A lot of people lost it at The Last Jedi, but definitely don't sleep on how bad Rise of Skywalker was. Thoughts on Obi-Wan? We just spent like 30 minutes roasting Obi-Wan, but I'll happily roast Obi-Wan again for people that are just coming in. Obi-Wan was trash. The show is terrible. It's one of the worst things Disney Star Wars have ever produced. And they produced some mediocrity so far, but holy, Obi-Wan was an embarrassment. There was backlash when Michael B. Jordan got cast in Black Panther? Really? I don't remember that at all. Bro, this pinpoint is so hard to get. It's crazy. You worry about Ahsoka. You should be worried about anything Disney has his name on. That could be your favorite character, Star Wars, or Skywalker, but you want to ram your head through the wall. As Luke being one of my favorite characters, Rise of Sky, Last Jedi made me give up on Disney. Makes no sense for a galactic advanced hunter to die to primitive humans with arrows. Yeah, if they have the power of plot on their side. Dave Filoni is writing Ahsoka, so you're not worried. Wasn't Dave Filoni on Obi-Wan too? like, just because Dave Filoni's there doesn't mean I'm gonna worry less. I know our favorite Kathleen Kennedy was heavily involved in it. But I remember seeing Dave Filoni being involved in it. Was he a producer? Come on, give me the piece. Trash again. Disney is really mad to disrespect the real Skywalker. Oh yeah. So yeah, Dave Filoni was involved in Obi-Wan. I knew I saw something somewhere. He didn't write the show, but he helped with it. He was a consultant on the show. What's up, Almighty Bruce? Dave Filoni didn't write it, but he was just a consultant on the show. Specifically about the canon. The director literally said she went to Dave about canon questions. Holy. I should let me pull it up right now. Yeah, he was, even though he didn't write it himself, he was definitely involved in the project. He wasn't completely hands off. Sad but true. She went to him to ask her what happens in the show she was directing. Imagine. What am I looking for in a corrupted Vibranium event? Pinpoint Vibranium payload. Explains a lot, actually. Yeah. Think we're going to see any Spider-Man skins? Maybe. I also love how Star Wars fans will like go out of their way to try to explain plot holes in the show. I was never seen Avengers 2. I don't know if he just forgot about it, but yeah, he did say that he did seem to have forgotten that there was a scene in Revenge of the Sith where Obi-Wan literally finds out that Darth Vader is Anakin. Like Yoda calls him Darth Vader directly. And as he's looking at the hologram. So basically just knew Vader and Obi-Wan had to fight, so she just filled in between bad filler. Exactly. Like you had like look at Reva's story throughout as it played out throughout the entire show. So when we first meet Reva, we find out she's an Inquisitor. We know Inquisitors are recruited. They're 4 sets of younglings that are recruited and are used to hunt down Jedi. So we meet Reva, and she's the strongest fastest, bestest, smartest Inquisitor out of all. She's particularly ruthless. She goes out of her way to hurt people when she doesn't have to. Even to the point where her fellow Inquisitors are like, yo, chill. And she really, really hates Obi-Wan for some reason. That's what we know about Reva when we were first introduced to her. She's ruthless. She's an Inquisitor. She really, really hates Obi-Wan. And they imply with a flashback that she was one of the younglings at the Jedi Temple. Then we find out that freaking Reva was indeed a youngling at the Jedi Temple. Also, she somehow knows that Anakin is Darth Vader, which is a huge, closely guarded secret that Darth Vader literally kills people for knowing. But apparently, she somehow knows he's Darth Vader. We find this out in episode 2. And they're like, oh, well, I'm sure they'll explain it later. Then, in the same episode, she murders the Grand Inquisitor because he wants to get to Obi-Wan first. And he thinks she's going to mess it up and let him escape. So then she murders the Grand Inquisitor and lets Obi-Wan escape. Then we get the whole, then we find out that at the headquarters, we find out that that they have younglings suspended in amber as trophies at the Inquisitor compound. Then we learn Reva was indeed a youngling when Anakin attacked the temple. And Anakin stabbed her in the heart as a child. We found this out in episode 5 after she tried to stab Vader from behind and then got demolished in a duel and stabbed in the stomach. Or heart or chest area / chest area. It moved. So we established that Reva's character she was a youngling. This is Reva's story. She was a youngling when Anakin attacked the Jedi Temple. Anakin stabbed her in the heart as a child. When she was a child, he stabbed her in the heart. And somehow she recovered, taught herself the Force, joined the Inquisitors, helped them kill other younglings. Also, she can hunt Obi-Wan for some reason that didn't make sense. And Darth Vader knew about it the entire time, knew she was a traitor somehow, and let her live. Even after she failed and let Obi-Wan escape along with Leia multiple times. Even when he knew she tried to kill the Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor, he kept her around just so she could let Obi-Wan escape again. And then she stabbed him in the chest. Then he stabbed her again in episode 5. He broke her lightsaber, stabbed her in the chest again, and left her for dead while he went to go chase Obi-Wan. And then in episode 6, somehow they don't show how any of this happened. The first time we meet Reva in episode 6, after we just saw she was stabbed in the chest and her lightsaber was destroyed, we see her on Tatooine, alive, with a fully functioning lightsaber. Like nothing happened. She's just limping, she's just walking a little slower, and her hair is less braided. Her hair is less neat. Her hair isn't as neat. But she survived a stab wound somehow teleported to Tatooine, fixed her lightsaber. And then her whole plot line in episode 6, it gets even better, is like after we established in episode 6 that she hates Darth Vader because she knows he's Anakin and knows that he killed her friends and tried to kill her as children. That's her whole motivation. She wants revenge on Darth Vader because he killed children and tried to kill her. So her plan was in episode 6, was to help Darth Vader by killing Luke as a baby, as a child. Her plan, again, in response to finding out that she's a traitor and wants to kill Darth Vader because he killed children, including her friends, and nearly tried to kill her. Her plan is to try to help Vader by hunting down and killing Luke as a child because he's somehow related to Obi-Wan. That's her plot. That's what they decided to do with her character in episode 6. This is the type of writing, this is the level of writing we're dealing with Disney Star Wars. Literally no sense, makes no sense. She hates Obi-Wan because reasons. She hates Darth Vader because he kills children and nearly killed her twice. But also she wants to kill Luke for reasons. She was in the show for a diversity purpose. Absolutely. And this proves it. Her character arc literally makes no sense. Said the script was written in crayon. It had to be. She'll get a spinoff and she'll be the real chosen one. That's why she didn't die. Probably. Also, it's only like 10 years removed from Anakin doing that. She seemed a bit older than her. She very clearly looks like she's in her 30s. but she's still a teenager. Yeah, that's a textbook example of forced diversity. Based on what I just told you about her story, there was literally no reason for her to be in the show. It served no purpose to the plot for her to be in the show. And if she was going to be in the show, she should have died in episode 5. Really, she should have died in episode 4. After she let Obi-Wan escape again and nearly allowed the entire base to be destroyed. That should have been the end of her right there. Vader should have went in and snapped her neck immediately instead of showing her mercy. But it definitely should have been over in episode 5. They completely butchered her character. They created this character that had no business needing to be in the show, but they just wanted her to be in there so they could tick a box. And they had no idea what to do with her. They're like, we want her to be more important. We want her to be we want her to be in every episode. But they had nothing. They had nothing in the script to justify her being there. How did Vader even know that her name was Reva? Well, she got recruited after she somehow died. After she miraculously survived being stabbed in the heart as a child, she was recruited to the Inquisitors somehow, and Vader apparently recognized her from the temple. and allowed her to stay on as an Inquisitor anyway, even though she apparently knew that he was Darth Vader. It was all part of his master plan to let Obi-Wan escape. You heard from reliable sources that her death scene was cut from Valley. It would not surprise me. What is the highest power level Thor can get? The highest power level every character in this game can get right now is 175. If you mean his heroic rating, the highest I've seen is like 40,000. You still want to know how she teleported in episode 3? I want to know how everybody was teleporting in this freaking show. There was so much forced teleporting going on. I was literally like, they should just come out and say forced teleporting is a thing. Wonder if anyone's champion level is 999. I don't believe so, because the cap is 375. So the people who hacked the game, or the people who just leveled up the old-fashioned way, they're all at 375. She used that forced teleportation. One of the more head-scratching sequences in Star Wars. You had Reva at the beginning of a tunnel teleport to the other end of the tunnel in the span of what seemed like a few minutes to intercept Leia and kill the pilot, while at the same time Tala teleported out of the tunnel to avoid Reva and reach Darth Vader and Obi-Wan so that she can help him escape. And the only reason he escaped is because Darth Vader literally stood there and watched the robot drag Obi-Wan away instead of doing anything about it. This was one of the worst shows I've ever seen in terms of writing. People get stronger force abilities. I get even Obi-Wan has some force teleportation. He teleported off the roof when he was chasing Leia across the roof and being shot at by bounty hunters. He teleported off the roof to meet up with her after she fell. And how did Obi-Wan know he had hyperspace? How did he have it on that ship? And he had it on that small ship, and also he didn't know to use it until literally he needed to get back to Tatooine. Which had better writing, Boba or Kenobi? Definitely Boba. Boba Fett was boring, but Kenobi was just egregiously bad. Boba Fett's worst sin was being boring. But the bad writing didn't literally take me out of the experience. Like, Obi-Wan looks like it was written by looks like it was entirely looked like it was written and edited by complete amateurs. Even the music was bad. What about that scene where Vader's shooting at one small rebel ship and can't see? Bro, that scene, yeah, that's the beginning of episode. Like, that's what cracks me up when people say episode 6 was good. Bro, they open episode 6. Darth Vader is in a destroyer. They're chasing one small ship. One small crappy glorified cargo ship. And they can't hit it. Not only can they not hit it, but they don't deploy TIE fighters or anything at any point. It's just this one tiny ship with no real maneuverability, somehow avoiding getting shot by a freaking destroyer. And then Obi-Wan's grand plan is, I'm going to get into a smaller ship and I'm going to go this way because Darth Vader is so obsessed with me, he's going to ignore them and come after me. And that's exactly what happened. Even when the crew were like, you sure about this? And the most hilarious thing is that when they split up, when Obi-Wan did his plan, he's like, okay, I'm going to go into the ship. I'm going to go this way. And he expected the entire destroyer to come with him. Vader gets out of the destroyer anyway and gets into his own smaller ship to chase Obi-Wan to this planet. So they didn't even need to turn the destroyer around. They could have just let the destroyer keep going after the rebels and left Darth Vader go after Obi-Wan in his smaller ship, because he did it anyway. So it was no point in that whole scene. And also, the planet that Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fought on in episode 6 was also Tatooine. Let's not forget that. That's why it was so dark. The reason why that last fight scene between Vader and Obi-Wan was so dark is because they didn't want everyone to realize that they keep reusing that Tatooine set over and over again. It's the exact same set. They just changed the color filter and turned off the lights. Don't forget about the de-aged flashback. Oh yeah, the de-aged Anakin that looks 40. Yeah, the Grand Inquisitor literally was like, you sure, Vader? We can totally chase the rebels. And no, that's the thing. He deployed TIE fighters. You have TIE fighters. Why is that not an option? You have other ships. Is a force of time. They literally had other ships. They've used them before in the show. We know they have other ships. They had other ships they could have used to chase the rebels and let Darth Vader go off on Obi-Wan on his own. What am I farming for? This, but with different perks and stats. They show have really low budget. That's the thing. I'm sure they spent a lot of money on this show. It looks like a very low budget show, but I bet they spent like 200 million. What was the budget for Obi-Wan? What was the production budget? According to a report, apparently they spent $90 million on this show. They spent $90 million on Obi-Wan, which is $10 million left in The Mandalorian. So they spent $10 million less than The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. And holy, they spent $165 million on Moon Knight and $150 million on Miss Marvel. They spent $150 million on Miss Marvel, and they spent $90 million on Obi-Wan. Holy. They made Broke Bass Vader sound like Bumblebee in Transformers 1. Lady Tatooine is basically the center of every plot device in many Star Wars story. And literally, they're the only set they can afford. Literally, the only set they can afford. Apparently, even when they're not on Tatooine, they're fighting on Tatooine because they have the same exact set. Finally. I didn't get Valor though, but I did get Precision and Resilience. I can roll with that. Let's go. Oh, that's actually good. That's actually pretty good. I'll keep that one. There you go. I got a pinpoint vibranium payload that actually has precision on it. I'll take it. Rebels is a better show than Kenobi. A lot of shows are better than Kenobi. We did it. All right, I'm not gonna say scum anymore. I'm satisfied. I got two out of the three stats that I wanted. I got plenty of Valor. I just wanted some precision and resilience, so I'll take it on my Thor. So I do not feel like save scumming this anymore. Now that I finally got, I'll take it. Close enough. I got the perk that I wanted. I got 2 out of the 3 stats that I wanted. So we'll leave it at that. Time to save scum for Jane. Oh man. That's not going to be fun. When you're getting off, phrasing. So Spider-Man. I'll do an OLT if anyone needs. I think someone said they need to do an OLT to get to 160. If you need to do if you need to do an OLT to get to 160, I'll do one. Now that I got my my piece that I was looking for. Feeling generous. Will Jane have a higher heroic like Thor? Well, we don't know yet, but Alex has come out and said that that whole high Valor thing with Thor, he does not like it, and will not be and we'll be looking to make sure it does not happen going forward. So I would assume it's not happening. If Alex has anything to say about it. Alex was very clear he does not like that. So I think she's going to have the correct numbers. He still seems to think she's going to be very powerful based on what he was telling me, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. We got to see. We'll just have to look at the gameplay tomorrow and play her on Tuesday. Here down. Lucky Ray Gun. What's your PSN, Lucky Ray Gun? Oh, Lucky Ray Gun. Super Cyber Jane got credit saved up for the cake fit, as you should. As you should. They hear about the Thunderbolts movie? Yeah, I just I hope that Lady Taskmaster is nowhere near it. Mega Threat, Family Reunion. You're off when the Mighty Cake comes out. The Mighty Cake. Truly a thunderclap. It's clearly a male's body in the Taskmaster suit in the movie. But the character is not. Of course they had to have a guy doing the stunts. And that was just such a poor character. Like, why? Like, if you're gonna make Taskmaster a woman, why not give her a personality? Why would you add a female Taskmaster in the name of feminism and then take away her voice? They literally just did Taskmaster like they did Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine. Why not actually develop the character? Have her be like a legitimate rival for Black Widow. The best thing they can do is just pretend like there's some alternate universe thing going on and just bring in the real Taskmaster. Act like that would never happen. Says it's going to be a storm of cake on Tuesday. Oh, definitely. If you got a sweet tooth,
all right, Hank, we're inside. Everything up and running?
definitely come through on Tuesday. The cake shop will be open. I'll be unlocking that skin as soon as I can. The bakery. we're gonna title the stream The Bakery on Tuesday because of all that cake Jane is bringing. We're gonna title the stream The Cake Shop on Tuesday. Hashtag Cake Foster. Dessert Jane. It's a cool skin. You gotta rock. I'm gonna rock all of them. I'm gonna rock the iconic. I'm gonna rock out with the. I'm gonna rock out with the mighty. I'm gonna rock out with the Valkyrie, and then we're spending the rest of the stream in the cake outfit. we're gonna rock out with the thigh blaster. Then they say she had a brother or something. I don't remember. I blocked out most of that movie. Yeah, I'm expecting a Love and Thunder skin. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be any MCU skins when Jane comes out on Tuesday, but I'm expecting them to have the Love and Thunder skin the week the movie comes out on that Thursday to maximize the cross promotion. That makes the most sense business wise. There you are. You're dead. We just update this skill tree real quick. So I don't have reactive cosmic surge. What's up, Treasure Valentine? What I think about the Lakers getting Shaquille O'Neal's son. But which one? What, Sharif? He declared for the draft? I didn't even hear about him. I didn't know he was going to go into the league. I'm sure Shaq called in some favors. Would I want to see Obi-Wan season 2? Considering I think Obi-Wan season 1 was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. Definitely not. Bet She-Hulk, though, bake you a cake as fast as you can. He's down. They signed her for Summer League. That about makes sense. Yeah, he looked like he had potential in high school, but definitely not an elite prospect. Hope he does well. I like him. I just don't think he has what it takes to be an elite NBA prospect. He's super skinny, little. Yeah, like all those guys that are like, you know, 6'10", 6'8". Like you gotta have some real elite skills. And just really nothing he does elite. Kind of a problem. Like yeah, Jabari Smith. This guy is 6'10", but he's super athletic, a great defender, an elite 3-point shooter. Like what is Sharif bringing to the table? Brian is the same problem, exactly. Like he doesn't have elite size yet, and he's not an elite athlete, so he's going to have to be like extremely skilled in order to stand out. Will the Falcon be part of Marvel's Avengers? Maybe, maybe not. Definitely not this year. Might as well have Vader fight Kenobi 2 days before New Hope. Yeah, like LaMelo's growth spurt helped a lot. Like Melo had some skill for sure. He was a gifted but not necessarily efficient scorer. And he had, decent court vision. But then he had, they had that big growth spurt. He got stronger. He started taking better shots, working on his jump shot. And now he's an elite NBA prospect. Now he looks like he could be an all-star someday soon. Now you gotta bring something to the table. I think Bronny's still in college, in high school, but not for long. Because LeBron, they've been talking about the possibility of LeBron playing with him before he retires, which would be in the next year or two. Yeah, LeVar always said LaMelo was going to be the best one. People sleep on LeVar. The man was right. The man was really speaking stuff into existence. He said he's going to get all his sons in the NBA. And he did. Jello didn't stick in the NBA yet. But even Jello got into the NBA. You think the Nets should trade KD and Kyrie and rebuild? Definitely. I think that's the direction they're going in regardless. Kyrie, they can't control Kyrie. He's already talking about apparently moving on to another team, requesting signing trades. I have no faith in him as a player or person, but you have Ben Simmons, He's at least he's under contract, and he's young. You can just build your team around him. Now, Katie doesn't exactly fit their timeline if they're going to rebuild, so Kyrie might force their hand. I mean, they could keep Kyrie, but he can make it difficult. He can make it difficult for them. It depends on how much Kyrie's willing to sacrifice. Like, he could wait until next year to sign a deal. He could sign a 1-year deal. It's a problem. Did I get the piece? I did. That says we're unreliable, Kyrie. At least Kyrie played some of last year. Ben Simmons sat out the whole year because his feelings got hurt. At least Kyrie played and occasionally did something. Ben Simmons quit on 2 different teams in the same year because Twitter hurt his feelings. The KD joins LeBron's legacy's gone forever. Biggest snake can't win us all. I think they were unfair with KD when he joined the Thunder. I mean, yes, it definitely looked bad that he joined the team that eliminated him the year before. But no one wins a title on their own. Everybody who's won it, every team that wins it, everyone that's won a title has won it because of their team. Like, it's a team effort. No one wins on their own. He didn't tell Westbrook he was leaving. To be fair, I don't know how much he even liked Westbrook. Low-key. Because I know he definitely blamed Westbrook for them losing. As he should have, because Westbrook was terrible. Westbrook 100% cost them. Simmons claims there's mental health issues. Yeah, all right. Mental health issues was he wanted to be traded, but was under contract, so he knew that the only way he could force their hand was to sit out. And then he didn't want to show up in Brooklyn and immediately look like he's trash because he knew they weren't going to win, most likely, against Boston. So he didn't want to look bad and have people clown him if he comes back and they still lose. He's called Westbrook. Oh yeah, sorry, Westbrook. Bro, he was a clown. I'm sorry. This man really went on Twitter and threatened Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless called him Westbrook on Twitter. like, bro, really? You have nothing better to do than threaten Skip Bayless on Twitter? Because he pointed out the fact that you can't shoot, which you can't. Like, I don't understand what the big controversy is. Yeah, people call you Westbrook sometimes because you can't shoot. Westbrook has been a bad shooter for his entire career. Not everyone can shoot. Everyone can shoot, actually, yes. It's been proven. Anyone can learn how to shoot a basketball. If you're a guard in the NBA, you should be able to shoot the ball. There is no excuse. You're being paid millions of dollars to play basketball. Some people can't. If you are a healthy, meaning you don't have nerve issues, and you can hold a ball, you can see the basket, you can shoot it. There are people with one hand that are good shooters. One of the best shooters I've ever seen in my life is a 50-year-old white guy that can barely run. There is no excuse for Westbrook to be as bad of a shooter as he is. And it's not just the fact that Westbrook is a bad shooter. It's the fact that he has made no adjustments to his game to account for the fact that he's a bad shooter. Like he doesn't position himself to minimize that problem. He forces bad shots. His shot selection is what you would expect from someone that's a good shooter. Like, you don't have to be Steph Curry to be an effective guard in the NBA. If Westbrook just became a respectable shooter on corner threes even, he'd be effective. Heck, he could even if he was like, okay, I'm not a good shooter, I'm gonna stick to what I'm good at then. Just attacking the basket. So he gets points on drop, so he'll just only look to shoot on drives and on cuts. But he just takes pull-up jump shots all the time. Like that's his game. Giannis is a more effective shooter. That's crazy. Giannis came in the league, he couldn't shoot at all. His selection is good, but they be hit the side of the backboard. Then it's by definition not a good shot. It's a good shot. It's a good shot if you're a good shooter. He loved the mid-range pull-ups be clanking. Bro. What was the move I did with Thor when he put his hammer down on the ground? It was red around you. That is the Bifrost. That is the infinite Bifrost glitch. I have a video on my channel if you want to learn how to do it for yourself. That is what it looks like when Thor can do the Bifrost an infinite amount of times. Westbrook is the best at turn over the ball. Ben Simmons can shoot, but I think it's a mental problem with him. Yeah, Ben Simmons won't shoot. That's the problem with Ben Simmons. He won't shoot. That's what people have been trying to get. That's why people are mad at Simmons. Like we'll see videos of Ben Simmons in the gym doing an overrun, shooting threes and pull up jump shots and fadeaways. And then when you get to the actual game, this man's afraid to even take a dunk over Trae Young. That's the Infinite Bifrost right there. That's the link to the Infinite Bifrost. This man, forever as a career highlight for Ben Simmons is going to be passing up a dunk just because Trae Young was there. Passed up a wide open dunk because Trae Young was there. They said Ben was next LeBron his rookie year. Imagine. That was a long time ago. Anthony Davis got more injuries than points. At least he shoots the ball when he's on the floor. This man, Ben Simmons will not shoot. It's like somebody is threatening his family. Like, if you shoot the ball this game outside of 5 feet, your family's done. I think what it is I think Ben is definitely a finesser. I think he's not built for the league, and he knows it. I think he knows he's not built for this, but he wants that money though. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna put together these mixtapes in the off season so people think I'm working on my jump shot. And then as soon as the season starts, I'm gonna just do the same thing and get the max deals. Keep getting them checks, living off that potential. All right, it's getting late. Thanks to everyone who hung out with me. I'm happy we actually had a fairly successful farming run this time. After 3 hours, about 3 hours, we finally got this from the Corrupted Vibranium event with my Thor. This is my second pinpoint Vibranium piece with Thor, but this one has resilience and precision, which is what I was looking for. Thank the Lord. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Jane Foster War Table. Should be very exciting. I can't wait to see that gameplay. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.